don't know. Rob, did you watch the Matt Hughes fight? Did you see that?
Oh, yeah, that's what you said. Matt Hughes fought the guy from Hillsboro. He's from Hillsboro, Illinois.
Right here in Hillsboro. Actually, some of my friends the other weekend told me about 4 weeks ago or so. It was right after he fought St. Pierre, so that might have been a little longer. But they went to, it was Waverly or New Berlin, to the bar.
Yeah?
And there's Matt Hughes.
Just right there at the bar.
Just sitting there in the bar.
Wow.
Drinking.
Holy hell.
You know, so they got phones and stuff, and they're trying to, they wanted him to talk to some of their friends and whatever, you know.
That's got to be so annoying.
And Matt Hughes does not have a reputation as the most courteous of people.
Right. Right.
You know, he doesn't, he's not a very nice guy.
So he do throttle your buddies?
No, well, he just, like, he told them he didn't want to talk on their phone.
Right.
Stuff like that. I guess they finally got him to pick up the phone, and he just kind of went, hi, and shut it, click, whatever. But, you ought to be happy he didn't punch you in the face.
Right, in the nose for that.
Just takes off all your face off,
Oh, and he took off my face off, too. I mean, Matt Hughes.
The man could break your arm in 7 places,
Rob said
real quick.
Rob says he heard he got beat and then it's censored out in the chat room. Did Matt Hughes get beat on?
He got, I'll tell you what, though. Here's the thing.
All right.
He keeps taking these fights, right? He was supposed to fight Matt Serra. He goes, Serra
I've heard of that
hurt.
guy. I've heard of that guy.
Yeah. Matt Serra beat George St. Pierre for the title.
Okay.
Most call it a fluke battle. Okay. So then Matt Hughes is set to face Serra. They do the Ultimate Fighter, go all the way up through it, get the rivalry going. Matt Serra gets hurt training.
Oh, yeah?
So then they have this big pay-per-view that they have to have a fight on. Well, they call in George St. Pierre.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have George St. Pierre and Matt Hughes, like 3 or whatever, which St. Pierre takes him,
Okay.
The dude's amazing. But I was really mad at Matt Hughes for taking that fight when I really wanted to just see him fight Serra,
Which, never happened?
It did not happen yet. Now, he come back to face this Thiago Alves. This guy could not make weight. He could not get down to, I think it was 170, 270, 170.
Right.
He couldn't get down to it.
So no fight.
And last time I saw this guy, he was like your build, and everything. This guy,
so pretty much built like a
like a man.
Like a man, right? Like a huge man, right? Like a guy you don't want to tangle with. Look at me, like a guy you don't want to tangle with. Right. Sorry, go ahead. Get back. But you were saying, camera down.
Yeah. So anyway, Matt Hughes did not decline the fight. He said, "All right, he's overweight. I'll still fight him." It was a catchweight fight. So Matt Hughes comes in and he's looking kind of small.
Hughes?
Yeah, for himself.
Right.
And this other guy walks in and he is jacked.
Like T.O.
He all of a sudden he's jacked.
Okay.
He was already a pretty violent fighter at the time, so I knew this wasn't going to be very good. But yeah, he got beat in the second round with like a minute left or whatever, or it was a minute in. I can't remember.
That's too bad.
So he says he's not going to retire. He is going to fight one more time. There's still one more person that he wants to fight out there. He didn't say who it was, but I follow him, and I'm pretty sure that that's Matt Serra.
Who do you think would take that fight?
I think Hughes would beat him.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though he didn't win this last one?
Well, Serra refought George St. Pierre for the title after Hughes lost to him. Okay? And just got handed, So the guy that beat Hughes went right through Serra.
Okay. Right on.
It was just a big rivalry. They did the Ultimate Fighter, like I said. They had this huge battle going on, and Sarah's calling him saying he's an a-hole, whatever, you know.
Hello there.
You know, they'll do that, and for the most part, from what I hear, it's true. You know? I've made no, assumptions about Matt Hughes being a nice guy. But,
who is
nine-time welterweight champion.
Matt Hughes?
At one point, held it for over 5 years.
That's incredible.
You know, no one could beat him for 5 years.
Now who is Rampage Jackson? Now he's the man, isn't he? Isn't he like the man? He's like heavyweight, right?
He's heavyweight.
He's heavyweight. So
him and Forrest Griffin are about to go after it. And Forrest Griffin, you know, he doesn't look. He's one of them that doesn't look big.
No,
but he's got heart.
But with a name like Forrest, you got to learn to take a few licks.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
He can fight. I mean, I saw him just
running,
beaten on and beaten on, and he just kept coming back. And
like,
eventually
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
Chocolate. I ate some.
Forrest. Yeah, like I need to get, you know, I've been saying this for years, like I know I need to get more into UFC, and I feel like more and more I need to be talking about it on here, because it's, I mean, like it or not, it's becoming a mainstream sport. It really is. It's becoming, it went from underground cult sensation, and, you know, the early days of UFC, I remember getting the DVDs and watching, like, Hoist Gracie and, like, Tank Abbott and guys like that back in the day, and it was just brutal. You could just punch a dude in the nuts. I mean, you could do whatever. I mean,
they went Iron Man style.
It's just ridiculous.
There was nights, you know, Hoist Gracie, he went through 6-7 people twice his size.
Yeah, you'd have to fight multiple people in one night in a giant tournament. And, you know, and that's a UFC that I kind of remember. Then this guy, Dana White, takes it over and makes it a little more TV friendly, but still manages, he does a great job. It still manages to keep the edge. I mean, it's still, you watch it and you're still like, ooh, you know.
You got to give it to him, man. He's good promoter.
He's done a hell of a job.
Yeah, he got Joe Rogan on there.
Joe Rogan, one of my favorite comedians of all time. I have a bunch of his stuff downloaded on my MP3 player. Joe Rogan is hilarious. And most people didn't even know he was a comedian.
Right.
Like, they knew him from, like, Fear Factor. And, and a few people just know him from UFC. But he's actually a stand-up comic first by trade. And